they're either really small or there's just not a lot of seat. Blah blah blah. Now, a lot of times I just close my eyes. We'll probably do. Yeah, but if you like this kind of thing, we're probably let us know in the and stuff. Now, if you like this, let us know in the comments down below. If you like, I'm doing the thumbs down. Do the fingers for the fingers. Okay. Salvageable part that Jesus property. Start with the amusement park. I'm never gonna spit this out. Balls. I'm never gonna get this. Just keep it rolling, Shave. There's not a lot to see. There's like a concessions. I feel like I look weird. 19 thing where we're talking to people all around the whole entire country. Last week we were in the Pacific Last week we were in the Pacific. Don't change your tone. Try to do the cut. Last week we were in the Pacific.
The pathetic Northwest.
And hippies, put your clothes on. So anyways, we're doing this weekly thing. We're talking to people. That's another thing we like to cut out is all the ums. But we're talking to people all around the country about their COVID-19 experience. Now I'm noticing when I say, but
it's like the yawn reflex. Now you gotta yawn.
Don't do that.
And cough.
No, let me get my mask.
And say,
This one probably needs to have some outtakes.
It's unflattering.
We will be back. We will be back soon. If you want to see what's coming next, have a look.
Do you know what you keep doing?
If, what?
When you're talking about going all the way across the country.
I was trying to get low, because Pacific Northwest is here. I was hoping for a booby touch, maybe if it was California.
But you know what? You're not even going the right way. That's east. Like, this is west. I was waiting for you to smack me. I'm like, the next time you talk with your hands too much, I'm just gonna fly back.
No, if I was standing this way and I go from New York, if I'm looking at the video going from New York to California, it would be that way. But from the way we're standing, it would be the other way.
Yeah. Either way, I'm gonna get an elbow in my face.
Well, at least.
It's Sarah Bennett, State Penitentiary ID number 652696912. Yeah, you go to prison for that in Ohio because my stylist. Oh my God, it's hard for me to hold my face right. Do you want me to answer in complete sentences? It's like this big. And doing this. Or. And so now I have to sit still. Fine. I just don't win awards while I'm doing it most of the time. That was a one-time thing. I won an award while I was scrubbing the toilet. But especially if it's an old dead tree, you have to kind of go up and take its picture and then go and thank it and give it a big hug, and all the other trees will bow over you in appreciation. National Press Photographers of America Awards. The National Press Photographers of America had a contest every week. I'm really uncomfortable. You just turn into this rude interviewer. My background personally, I could get arrested. This knee will...
So where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Did you push the button back? Oh, you got that belt and everything?
Yeah.
I hate that question. Well, hopefully I won't be dead.
What's your superpower?
I can make the rain stop. I don't know how I do it, but I just demand that it stops, and it stops. Shit, it doesn't, but... You just want to play with your nipples. You have got some amazing outtakes in there.
Alright, we're going live. Hello, folks. And here we are.
Yay! Hi, everybody.
Alright, let me look at my, let's see. It looks like Sarah Bennett's watching my watch party.
I said no last names.
Oh, Wendy's there.
You just said my last name.
Oh.
How could you?
Hi, Wendy. You got some people?
Yeah.
Looks like you got me watching. Don't say my last name.
We got Schaefer watching.
Who all you got? A little bunch of people.
Mary.
Hi, Mary. Hi, Shannon. Tony.
Shafe. Taylor.
Taylor.
Steven.
Hello. How's it going? We're week 5 of lockdown.
Yeah, yeah. How's everybody
doing?
hanging in?
I got my stimulation check today.
Yay!
So I'm all good.
I don't feel stimulated though. He did buy me you bought me a soda, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah.
Monster drink,
Yeah.
actually.
No, I bought that. You got me the 2-liter.
Oh, right.
So yeah, baller.
Hi, Wendy.
Baller.
Wendy says hi.
Hi, Wendy.
Once again, we're doing the 2 watch parties plus our main page. No one joins our main page. They just join our watch
That's
parties.
okay though. And shout out to Wendy for helping me get here tonight. It's my car is
Right. Yeah. Some car issues.
Yeah, the brakes just decided to go ahead and not work anymore. I was making a left turn and I didn't make that left turn, but I was able to get home safe. So
That's a terrifying story on a
I
country
could put
road.
my foot out the door and go ahead and stop Flintstone style. It was good. That's my superpower.
That's what you think. No, that's a terrifying story, actually.
Yeah. If
no
anyone
brakes
had their
then.
brakes go out, just suddenly you push and it's just not there.
And this is not just brake pads. This is like
Yeah, this
every
is the whole
component
brake,
of the brake system.
The whole brake system. I thought I was going to get ahead a little on my stimulus check, but it looks like it's just going to go to the vehicle.
Alicia,
Thank God I did
Guy,
not wreck.
Hi, Guy.
Hey, Alicia.
We were just
And Keith. Hi, Keith. I haven't seen you in forever. You seen any Bigfoot?
and
Guy. Hi, Guy.
so yeah, so we're back once again every Thursday, 10 o'clock, 7 p.m. Pacific.
Specific.
I don't know if you saw some of those bloopers at the beginning. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, silliness.
I can't talk. I try not to.
You know, we got a lot that we just can't put on. I mean, he's got me crying. You've got a lot of me breaking down and losing it, actually.
We're, so I guess we're getting ready to open up. I mean, that seems like something.
Hi, Cheryl. And
Oh.
Boojum.
Oh, the puppy that we photoed.
Yeah, the puppy that was afraid of the studio light.
This puppy was so cute. Like, we're sitting there, we got the studio lights set up in their office. And, they kind of hum.
They got it. It has a fan. It's an older one. It has a fan.
This poor puppy did not know what to do. We had to just, take the lights out of the picture and use handheld flashes everywhere.
For Boojum.
Such a cute dog, too.
Yes, absolutely.
That was like one of the funnest
It was.
shoots
We were
that
just
we've
talking
had.
about the funnest shoots, and I would say that was probably one of the funnest.
We were just talking about the funnest shoots.
Yep.
We're talking about video. We're really talking
Funnest
about
video shoots.
Well,
Yeah.
what was your funnest video shoot that we've done this past, say, year?
I think the funnest was probably the cheetah and puppy that were friends at the zoo. But I have some that were more meaningful for other reasons.
Yeah, I think for me, just getting that kind of access to that cheetah and that puppy at the Cincinnati Zoo, I was in the cage. We were in the cage with, you see it on the screen, with these guys. And this little tiny cheetah actually almost attacked me. I mean, it kind of...
she got a little concerned
It
with him.
discovered that I existed, and I guess it had been raised by women, all of its life. So it's just like, who is this dude?
And then there was you.
And then the slinky showing the teeth thing, and the zookeepers ran over, and I'm like, what do you do in a situation like
I turned the
that?
camera and waited to see what was going to happen.
That would be good video. I mean, what do you do? Do you run?
What do you
stand
Should
still?
I save you or film you getting eaten?
I decided to stand still. I was like, this is a little cheetah, not a full-size one.
Right.
This is going to be a handful of stitches at best, depending. Let me just cover my throat, you know?
No,
So,
she calmed down right away. She just, I think she just suddenly realized there was a stranger in the pen that was a male, and she just wanted to check you out a little closer, and she was totally fine after that, as you can see.
yeah. Oh, that puppy was just adorable. We were
Yes.
talking about, we got a lot of dog things to talk about
Yeah, we
today.
do. We're going to talk about dogs today. I don't know about you guys, but we've been spending extra time with our dogs since it's
yeah,
stay-at-home time.
we had that whole Easter thing happen.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, you didn't get to do much for Easter. Well, my kids are grown, so there's no little ones in my life anymore. So we did Easter egg hunts for the dogs.
Cheryl says, what an incredible experience on the cheetah thing. And
It
yeah,
was great. It was really, really neat.
it was intense, and it was really cool. Like, who would have thought that this little, like, puppy, we have the video out there somewhere, and they talk a lot about, like, they found this puppy at a rescue or some sort of rescue thing, and how it's going to, like, get a good home when it's done doing that.
And just for background information, the puppy is used to help the cheetah learn to play and live in groups in a zoo setting. She can never be put back into the wild, but in a zoo setting, she knows how to live with siblings because of the dog.
So
Here's some Easter egg.
so yeah, this is quarantine for us. We got some Easter eggs, put some dog treats in them, and
hid them about the yard. And the bigger dogs did great with the with cracking open the eggs. This here is my puppers. She's having her Easter egg hunt.
yeah, that's all the dogs love this. My dog got you went a little crazy with my dog.
I did, because, well, I didn't think that, I got 48 eggs. I thought I'm going to fill them all. I didn't think that was like a whole bag of treats. So Penny got like 12 to 15 treats, and an hour later, she's, yeah, don't give them that many eggs. Maybe 6 at the most for a big dog, less for a small dog.
Wendy says we're cute.
Oh,
I think the dogs are cuter.
I do too. There's puppers in slow motion. And she just about jumps out of her skin somehow. She's just such a wild dog.
So,
and then there's my little one-eyed Bosk. He had trouble cracking open the eggs. He had to have a little bit of help. But big brother Sam comes in and helps him out a little bit.
So, this is like, let you guys look at our dogs here. Because you're going to, Penny, my pup Penny comes up here in a second.
Yeah. Yeah, but if you're bored, this Easter egg hunt is so adorable. It's so cute. Even if you have to do it indoors, it's the cutest thing in the world to watch them crack open these little eggs. The eggs are only like 50 cents nowadays. And
dollar store treats.
Yeah. Yep. And they can smell the treats, and they'll seek out the eggs. And
yeah, it's ridiculous. It's amazing. You did not know that your animals had that specific set of skills. They'll call you up on the phone and be like, I have a specific set of skills with these Easter eggs. I will find you. I will eat you.
Or take your eggs.
Right. Wendy says the dogs are definitely cute. Okay, this is GoPro of Penny.
Oh, yes.
I tied a GoPro onto her. So
so we could see from her perspective what the Easter egg hunt is.
I always want to see from her perspective. It should be black and white, I think. But you can see her toes there. Like, just ridiculous. Anyhow. Oh, my dog.
Yeah,
you got some. Okay, you're getting some of the same messages as I am.
Yeah. I'm not seeing the cute dog ones. It's because she's on yours. Okay.
Wendy's on the main page. That's the problem. We got the main page. We got each of us have a watch party.
That's okay. We can bounce around.
Yeah. So, there's live video comments. I can switch back and forth. Anyways, so yeah, that was a good day worth of fun. Just hanging out in the grass. It was nice out. We've had some pretty decent weather.
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
So. Anyhow,
it was a fun exercise.
So what, aside from your car, what do you got going on with you?
Oh, goodness. Well, with my car being down, my other job is on hold for a moment. And I was pretty angry at first, but I picked up some photo paper and some photo chemicals and doing a little bit of old school photography. So, I mean, anyone who knows me knows I love darkroom, and I'm very skilled at printing and film processes. But anyway, this is I used to know exactly the date of this camera, very early 1900s. One of the first Brownie models, but obviously not a very first Brownie model because it's worth maybe $10 at the most. But anyway, I modified it so that I could put photo paper in the back of the camera, and then come up with
You gotta put it way, the camera's way up
Yeah.
there, so you gotta
I
get
got
it
it. I
close.
came up with this is the little size prints it makes it, and this is like a reversal paper that just comes out absolutely positive. So I'll put it up there so you can see. It's extremely sharp for this camera having no lens. I mean, it literally is like a little pinhole.
Yeah, I was
And
gonna say, I was pretty surprised at seeing that.
this is about the way they used to do the photo lab prints. They're just about this size, a contact print, and that's what you'd get back. But anyway, I'm using all kinds of cameras, whatever basically I can get my hands on that takes film to do these, including good old medium format Rapid Omega.
No, that thing's a beast. You think some of these, I mean, this probably weighs more than a cinema camera these days.
This,
I mean, this
probably
thing's a
took the
beast.
place of the Graflex for the press photographers, and it made it a 6x7 centimeter negative, which is 2¼ by 2¾ That's a good size negative, which is produces a really sharp quality. So I got some paper loaded in there, and basically all my vintage cameras have this paper loaded in them, and we'll see what we get with those.
That's what quarantine does.
Yeah.
People are starting to go back to work, apparently. That's going to happen soon. That's kind of scary.
Yeah, I'm afraid of the second wave.
I was just
theory.
reading all about the whole Spanish flu plague in Philadelphia, and kind of feels like history is repeating itself. I wish I still had that open, but yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, Spanish flu history. Look at that. If you get some downtime, that's very interesting because it seems to follow the same pattern so far.
And people are upset that they're still in quarantine. There's protests, and then you got
Well, the economic devastation is definitely real.
you get the healthcare workers going out there and counter protesting. It's kind of like, I mean, I don't know. I think, okay, well, I think the people out there protesting are just dumb. I mean,
That's not the way you handle it.
yeah, well, you know, might not even think they were that dumb if I didn't read their signs. Some of the signs I saw was pretty crazy.
The reasons seem extremely superficial. I get standing up for your First Amendment. Absolutely support that. But to do so in a situation where you're in a group of people, it just seems counterproductive to me.
Right. Well, you know, those healthcare workers who are counter-protesting the protesters will be the first responders when those protesters get sick.
And I would like to protest all of them, but then I would be just as bad.
Yeah, the Spanish flu thing, like reading it like really closely, all the details was, especially the Philadelphia thing, because I've seen these memes show up on the internet, and I'm like, okay, I want to know the real story, because I don't believe like a picture with some text that gets reposted.
Right.
And that's actually really fascinating. Just the whole way that played out. There's a Smithsonian article that I really liked. Anyhow.
It just, and people were frustrated, and they wanted to have a parade, and it was an economic reason to have that parade, and it caused another wave of sickness, a very serious one.
Like, literally,
Which
within
scares me to
72 hours. It
Right.
was insane.
Yes.
And it was, I mean, it was insane. Like, they filled up, like, 31 hospitals in the town.
Yeah.
But it was during wartime, so a lot of the medical professionals were drafted into the war. So there was a lack of, kind of like we have lacks of things now. So it was really interesting to read. You know, again, when you see those kind of memes, like, look into it before you repost it. Like, I would hate to repost something that was just not true, you know?
Oh, and I've done that. It's quite embarrassing.
Yeah.
You just have to promptly admit when you were wrong.
Yeah, and yeah, we see, like, even in, like, our realm of work, we see people trying to skirt around, trying to, like, here, let me do your senior pictures. Yeah, go ahead and infect, you might be a carrier. Go ahead and infect someone's, like, senior kids. Like, that's, yeah, they're low risk.
I think that there's a lot of people trying to still make a living right now, and I get that. I'm not going to be a whistleblower on anyone who's trying to do that. But there are some particular people that are claiming they have paperwork clearing them from, clearing them as an essential worker, clearing them as COVID-19 free. I'm not really sure how you go about that. I've researched it a little bit, but I don't know. I don't think that's a very fair. It seems almost seems possibly fraudulent to me. I don't know for sure. Maybe
Well,
you can't. Maybe you can acquire the paperwork, but
okay,
but I don't know. That seems a little weird.
Show me someone saying a senior photographer is an essential worker. You show me that paperwork,
right? Yeah,
and I will be. Hi, Micah. How's it going?
Yeah.
So, which actually brings us to something. we've been doing this thing, like we talked about it every week. We've been doing this whole series of talks with people around the country. And as you saw in the bloopers, around the country, um, yeah, we'll close out with those bloopers again. These are ridiculous. So we talked to God, how many? I don't even know how many we've done. I think it's just two. Is it this the third?
We've done 4, but we've published 2.
Okay. So this coming week, we have a tattoo artist. He's going to talk to us about cross-contamination. Growing up.
Local.
Yeah, actually, he's here in Dayton. The first person I think we published was a food consultant, technical food consultant in Florida. I would actually love to hear that story.
Yes, me too, Micah. We're not going to repeat what you said, but goodness gracious.
Micah. So yeah, and the second one was actually Micah, who was a COVID-19 survivor. So this week is someone who's a tattoo artist. So these people are very used to making sure they don't cross-contaminate anything. They use their gloves right. It's a real good story. That should be out maybe this weekend. It takes like 4 or 5 hours to render that video on my crappy computer. So, and then gotta upload it and whatever. So keep your eye out for that.
Yeah, we got the background photos too. Maybe.
What was your worst video shoot? We talked about our
My
best,
worst. Oh my god.
like video in the past year.
I don't know. I tend to go with hard things being the worst, but I don't know. I would say maybe one of the ones we didn't get paid for.
Oh, those are bad.
Those are never good. But sometimes the experiences are awesome. We were just talking about this the other day. I think some of my best life experiences were based on the relationships I was in, the people that I was around, even though I was financially not okay.
Oh, you're talking about like the news.
Yeah, yeah.
We watched. We just went back and watched like a whole series of stuff we shot for some of the local television news stuff. We don't even know what they're gonna say about it or how they're gonna edit. We just send them all the raw video, and half the time we don't even know what's going on. So it's like seriously, it's insane.
You go out and get the facts and record it and send it on. So I don't know, what would be your worst?
Yeah, my worst, I wouldn't say it was the worst shoot because I actually had a nice time and I really enjoyed the clients, the people who set us up with it, didn't tell us what was going on, and
yes, that was the hardest. Yeah,
it was supposed to be 2 hours, and it was this corporate video shoot. And there was all this stuff. We were supposed to like have one camera and talking. We had to do like all this like before and after and all this acting. And they were salespeople, so they didn't know how to act.
Right.
And it was just supposed to. There was all the stuff we needed. Luckily, and we got a hotel the night before. The shoot was like at 7. We were skimping on the hotel cost because we couldn't afford it, and it ended up. We were in this hotel, and the people next door were partying all night, pounding on the walls.
Oh, and then that party
screaming.
turned into a fight, and
so we slept 0 on this 2-hour shoot. Well, I think we were setting up at 7 or 8. Was ended up being 7 or 8 hours,
right?
And then we had to drive back an hour and a half to Dayton. Yeah. It was somewhat of a miserable experience, not because of the people we were shooting. They were actually wonderful. They got us lunch, and we were down with it, but we were so tired. We were told all the wrong information from a third party who actually hired us to do it.
Right.
But we made do. We made do with what we had, what we could haul the sound, and I don't know. It didn't really seem like we were appreciated by the third
party who hired us, but the company we worked with was absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, they were
fantastic. And we were very willing to stay the extra hours to accommodate them.
And I think the only reason I say that's the hardest one is
it was hard, but it wasn't bad.
It was a lot more difficult than we thought. There was like 0 sleep going on, and that 2 hours turned into 8 really fast.
Right.
So
that's okay though.
Yeah,
that's gonna happen.
So you saw a little bit about all that on the screen there. We have a friend. We have one friend.
We're not very popular.
Well, what you want to talk about our friend?
So is it the friend who needs?
We only have one friend.
We only have so it's the friend that I have a friend who has acquired a bouncing baby 8-month-old boy. She's acquired. The stork brought him, and she is in need of a baby crib and a changing table, baby furniture type things. She's okay on toys and clothes, I believe, because he's growing so fast. But she is it kind of acquired him quickly in an emergency situation. That stork just dropped him, and she just called him,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Then she was also wasn't working.
Right.
Like just now starting to get unemployment, but there's nowhere open to go get that.
To get
kind of
right.
stuff.
So we need a crib and a changing table at least. Not for us. Again, this is for a friend. So
Right.
if anybody knows of anywhere, I think that a lot of places are exhausted right now. A lot of the places that I've looked into. So let us know if you have anything.
Yeah. And I feel like there's more.
Yes, we need a cage that a middle-sized man would fit in.
Oh, I'm just getting bigger too. I don't know. You can't.
Just, a
see,
cage that just lock.
It's just getting bigger. I mean, I'm gonna have to also need new clothes when quarantine ends.
Right.
So,
The quarantine puff.
man, you know what I miss, and I wonder what's gonna happen. I know a lot of people go to big concerts and whatnot, but I am so like always been into very underground music. These bands aren't signed. There's local bands. Like, what's gonna happen with those basement shows or those like some kids put together a show, get a band from like a couple states over, and everybody's just in a basement. Like, how does that work with social distancing?
I think that will probably still go on if it's not already.
Everybody, well, those kind of people, my
Right,
friends
yeah.
already wear masks, so
Right, yeah, we're already wearing the black mask, so I
So,
mean, come on.
um,
I don't know. I don't think it's going on now out of respect for the disease, but I mean, I think that'll probably be one of the first things that picks up. I think it'll pick up before the big concerts where there's thousands of people. I think people are probably going to be afraid to do that. I know I would be a little bit right now.
well, I mean, some of the harder music that I like.
Oh, Slayer Pit, you would not want to be in
I
one of those
mean,
right now.
aside from all that sweat and like
Right.
just the singer up there that close to people in the basement just spitting. Like, have you ever been in a band like I have? You grab that mic, it's just drenched. It's just like you just pour it over like a glass of water.
Yeah.
I don't.
Or the stage diver that you catch that is just soaked, and then you're like this. I mean, literally, like in the pit, like
Okay, that's
against
enough.
like
I'm uncomfortable.
against like somebody
I'm
you don't
really
know.
uncomfortable. Whew.
That's the Slayer Pit.
I'm okay with social distancing. I don't like being in elevators. A little claustrophobic. Got my personal space.
Yeah, not back in the day when he was in the pit. Nope. I remember you
Back in the
flying
day,
at 60 miles
I
an
could
hour.
still do it at 46, 7, 8.
No, you stand in the back and go, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I had some notes. So I guess the only note I have here for this, it says mic is on the table and it says derp. I don't know what that means.
That meant I kept twitching and I kicked the mic.
Oh.
And the mic was vibrating, and then I put derp as sorry.
Do we have anything awesome coming up that we're doing aside from these videos?
I think that I do. I have some of my
Yeah,
iconic
forgot about
Dayton
that.
photos. This includes some of the wasteland ruins kind of photos that I've done, as well as different iconic views of Dayton that I've done over the years, just for fun. Some of them have been for publications, and some of them have been just my own projects.
Some of them aren't even going to be Dayton when it's all said and done.
Right, more Cincinnati, Columbus. I actually have some Seven Wonders kind of stuff, like some stuff from Oregon. Oh gosh, all over the country, actually.
All over the country. And what are these for? These are...
So what we want to do with these
This is
is
funny.
we're gonna, and there's my Porsche for anybody who, I just like Porsches. I think they're pretty. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and provide a download for these photos for people to use during their Zoom interviews. There is a section where you can choose a background, and so these will be free. They are watermarked on the side. For a donation, you can I can send you the file without the watermark. Completely up to you. We're not trying to bank off of these. It's just something we want to offer.
They also make great desktop backgrounds for your laptop or your computer.
Yeah. That's Hair Arena.
Oh, Hair Arena. Yeah,
And-
that's a great one.
and
Hair
it's
Arena.
not- and it's not
the
similar.
seats were actually a floor up, actually. They just fell.
Yeah.
There's
So-
actually some videos on some of these like more dilapidated things. We have videos out there. for a lot of that.
So those will be up on all of our platforms. We do vids, sarahbennettphotography.net this weekend. Hopefully tomorrow, but definitely by this weekend.
Hi, Thomas.
And they'll be free for download.
Yeah, free. Like I said, they do make good desktop backgrounds. But it's funny, when you show up at a Zoom conference with, like, for work, and you got something like that's on the screen right now, people are like, what is that? It's a good conversation starter. It gets it
yeah.
going.
Where
Hi,
are
Jessica.
you?
Yeah. I sit there on a work meeting with a dilapidated hair arena, like the stadium, for those who aren't around here, like every band you can think of back to the 60s played there, and just it looked like I'm sitting in a seat and the place is falling apart. No one actually, it was just kind of like, oh, okay, I don't know where I have flowers in my background, you know.
Right. And I do have
It's
pictures
great.
like that too, flowers.
Yeah,
and
it's great for Zoom for the green screen.
a great
if you
big
have it.
insect of some kind. We'll put some of those out too.
Yeah.
That would be great.
So, just yeah, that's kind of a fun thing.
Yeah.
What else? I feel like there's something else we got going on. Oh, we talked to one of the conversations, and probably in a couple weeks this will be out. Was Amy
Yes.
in Chicago. Now, what's cool about all these conversations we're having? It's everywhere, so you get to hear what's happening right there.
Right.
Like,
Yes.
like every state is just a little different,
Mhm.
like with what's closed and what's allowed and who's protesting. So that's she's in Chicago. She has been in several commercials. What, Doritos?
Right. Yeah. She's an actress
Boost
and a model.
Mobile.
Yes.
So she lived in. So it's just cool to see what's going on and how people are affected by the lockdown in lots of ways.
Yeah.
What's hard is the camera is way over here and the screen is right here. So it looks like we're not looking at you.
He's looking at himself. I keep looking up at the people.
Yeah, I'm also trying to work the software, look at comments. So that's why I look like that.
He's looking at himself.
Hi, Sarah. I'm right on the microphone. Sorry if I just blasted you guys.
That is okay.
So what else we got?
I don't know. I can't think of anything else.
Well, we're doing this every Thursday.
Yes. Tune in every Thursday.
We do have some ideas. We are doing a podcast, and some of our talks I was just talking about has become part of that. Now we are talking about getting a hold of people because we're a video production place. We're talking about getting a hold of some people. Like, I know some filmmakers that make, $100,000, $200,000 movies. They got a good list of IMDb credits. Talking to them, that's more for our production company, for entertainment for people. And some other people on that thing, on our podcast kind of thing.
Yeah.
So right now we're kind of on the podcast thing. We're kind of COVID-19 stuck.
Right, yeah. COVID-19 stuck, yeah, little. We are going to move off of that.
We will eventually, once everything
survive.
returns to normal in 2025. We
If
will
we
move off of that.
survive it, we might not survive it.
Hold on, I got some people not saying anything. Never mind. What else? I'm hearing us talk. Oh, that's you.
Yeah, it's just, I hope it's not picking up through the...
You're right, but next to the mic.
Yeah, I know. Sorry about that if you're picking up my phone talking.
Yeah, because the streams are playing. We got them muted because, like I said, we have watch
Well,
parties going.
he has
you
his
can see
muted. Mine's
me.
blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, and she likes to put it right next to the mic.
Well, I also like to thump my foot next to the mic.
Yeah. I like the echo effect.
Yeah.
When it throws the audience off, so that if you missed it, you'll hear it again 30 seconds later. Jeez. And then you watch the stream. I have a laptop here with the stream going. It's literally like 20 seconds away.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know what to do.
Yeah, it's a little misleading.
So we got Chad's video, tattoo artist in town.
Yes.
That's gonna be probably this weekend. We'll post a link. Your backgrounds
Right, we're going to post a link for that.
probably tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah, definitely by Sunday.
By
Yeah.
tomorrow or Sunday.
Right, well, tomorrow, it is Friday. No, it's Thursday.
It's
Friday.
Thursday.
I'm hoping by tomorrow, yes.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and finish those up tonight.
So
Get 'em out.
we'll have a fun little download page, and
Right.
there'll be a lot more images.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. We're just starting to get them all sized right.
Yeah, you had to size them and
So I've had a couple get-togethers with friends on Zoom. And this is just like, let's have a beer and sit and talk. And it's odd how comfortable that is. Because I still am like, hold on, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. And then they're talking amongst themselves. And I'm like, well, why didn't I do this when I was such a hermit in the 90s, you know?
Because the technology was not available.
Well, no, that's true. We still have this idea, the fashion show.
Oh yeah. The fashion show. What's
Do your
everybody wearing from the
live
waist
stream.
down?
We
I
want
mean,
videos
we're
of what you're
wearing
wearing.
we're wearing
Oh,
some
God.
ridiculous things from the waist down. I mean, I got the crazy socks, and I mean,
I would show you, but I'm not wearing anything, so.
yeah, he's got on boxers. It's ridiculous looking.
So I think we're gonna leave it at that and call it good. We're right at the 30 minutes.
Yep.
So I think that's it. You got anybody?
Yeah, I waved to everyone. I hope.
Okay. I don't wave to people because my
So,
fingers don't work.
yeah, everybody, let us know how our sound is. Let us know how we look. Any kind of
No comment on my looks, please.
any kind of ideas of things we should discuss. Appreciate it.
Yeah. We just sit here and just ramble pretty much.
Yep, a little bit.
Yeah, pretty much. All right. You guys have a great night and thanks for joining us. Cheers. They're either really small or there's just not a lot of blah blah blah. Now, a lot of times I just close my eyes. We'll probably do. Yeah, but if you like this kind of thing, let us know in the and stuff. Now, if you like this, let us know in the comments down below. If you like, I'm doing the thumbs down. Do the fingers for the fingers. Okay. Salvageable part that Jesus property. Start with the amusement park. I'm never gonna spit this out. Balls. I'm never gonna get this. Just keep it rolling, Shave. There's not a lot to see. There's like a concessions. I feel like I look weird. 19 thing where we're talking to people all around the whole entire country. Last week we were in the Pacific Last week we were in the Pacific. Don't change your tone. Try to do the cut. Last week we were in the Pacific.
The pathetic Northwest.
And hippies, put your clothes on. So anyways, we're doing this weekly thing. We're talking to people. That's another thing we like to cut out is all the ums. But we're talking to people all around the country about their COVID-19 experience. Now noticing when I say, but
It's like the yawn reflex. Now you gotta yawn.
don't do that.
And cough.
No, let me get my mask.
And
Oh my God.
say,
This one probably needs to have some outtakes.
It's unflattering.
We will be back. We will be back soon. If you want to see what's coming next, have a look.
Do you know what you keep doing?
If, what?
When you're talking about going all the way across the country.
I was trying to get low, because Pacific Northwest is here. I was hoping for a booby touch, maybe if it was California.
But you know what? You're not even going the right way. That's east. Like, this is west. I was waiting for you to smack me. I'm like, the next time you talk with your hands too much, I'm just gonna fly back.
No, if I was standing this way and I go from New York, I'm looking at the video going from New York to California, it would be that way. But from where we're standing, it would be the other way.
Yeah. Either way, I'm gonna get an elbow in my face.
Well, at least